So I practice family law out here in Hollywood, as a lot of people like to refer to. So it looks like the $8,000 amount is just the base child support amount alone, which in California is typically based on the party's income, timeshare, and certain expenses such as mandatory retirement, union dues, health insurance, things of that nature. And essentially what we do is take these numbers, the income, the expenses, how much time you spend with the children, and we punch it into California's guideline child support calculator, which is essentially designed to calculate the amount that would be necessary in order to ensure that the children have as close as possible to the same standard of living in both households. Specifically, this is important when you have one person that is a high earner. When we talk about the tuition and the extracurricular activities and other expenses related to the children, that is actually an add-on that the court has the discretion to include. And for most cases that are not ones where a party is a high net worth or a higher earner, then these expenses are usually ordered to be shared between the parties. But when you have one person who earns substantially more than the other party, it's not uncommon for the court to order the higher earner to pay those expenses in addition to the base child support amount. The extra percentage that was ordered is likely related to additional income that has been seen in her financials, but may vary in amounts over the years. So for example, in one month, she may earn X amount for residuals or commission or bonuses or things like that. But then some other months that may not come into play. So when you look at, one year there may be higher of these amounts than others. What the court often does is implement an additional percentage to avoid yearly battles in court over and over and over to figure out and fight over what the additional income someone earns is in order to get additional child support based on that additional amount. By adding or including the percentage, that basically will guarantee that if she earns more than whatever the typical earnings are for the year, not including the commissions, the bonuses, the residuals or whatever, that person who's receiving support will be essentially guaranteed to get some money from the additional amounts that are earned. Now, it may be surprising to you, but although $8,000 a month may be a little bit high for most of us, in these Hollywood cases where there are parties who have really high incomes, the amounts are oftentimes way higher than that, upwards of $15,000, sometimes even more. I've seen them go into the $50,000-$60,000 range. So I was actually surprised to see that the support amount, the base support amount, is at $8,000, given that she's an actress of her caliber. But I'm also assuming that this number actually may have come down because of the fact that the parties share custody of the kids. It's pretty much a 50-50 split when it comes to their child custody agreement, according to the reports. So though I haven't seen the financials, I'm assuming that that's why the number is at the 8K, because otherwise, if the other parent had a higher timeshare, then the support amount would likely be higher than it is, higher than that 8,000. Or if she had a higher timeshare, then the support amount could potentially have been lower. If you are new here and we have not yet had the pleasure of meeting, I am Merissa V. Grayson, child custody and family law attorney and mediator, and also the owner of the collective legal and crisis management firm where we handle cases like this all the time. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.